In this video, we're going to have a look at how to convert from scientific notation into ordinary number form. Scientific notation is a way of writing really big numbers or really small numbers, and will involve you converting that really big number and a really small number into a number between 1 and 10, and multiplying that number between 1 and 10 by a power of 10. That power to the power of 10 can either be positive or negative. So let's have a look at how do we convert from scientific notation into an ordinary number. So to convert from scientific notation, you want to move the decimal point the number of times indicated by the power as your first step. Second step is to fill in any empty spaces with the number 0. And then the last step is to write that new number. So by following those 3 steps, you'll be able to convert from scientific notation to an ordinary number. Now, when you are converting from scientific notation, the way you move the decimal point in step 1 will depend on whether the power is a positive or a negative indice. If it is a positive index, then you're moving the decimal place to the right and you're making the number bigger. If the index is a negative, then you're moving the decimal place to the left, which makes the number smaller. So let's have a look at some examples. So we want to find the value of each of the following. And the first one is 6.83 times 10 to the power of 4. So we want to write the number 6.83, and then we want to move our decimal point 4 places to the right, which is going to make the number bigger. And I know it's to the right because it is a positive 4. So moving my decimal place 1, 2, 3, 4, and then filling in any empty spaces with a 0. So my number converted from scientific notation is going to be 68,300. So in the second example, I want to convert 7.342 times 10 to the power of negative 3 from the scientific notation form to an ordinary number. So I'll start off by writing the number 7.342, and this time I want to move my decimal place 3 places to the left because my index, my power, is negative. So move my decimal place 3 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3, and then fill in any empty spaces with a 0. So my number in ordinary form is going to be 0.007342. So I've made the number a lot smaller when I convert it from scientific notation. So again, finding the value of the following: 3.28 times 10 to the power of negative 6. I write my number 3.28, and then this time I'm going to move it 6 places to the left because I've got a negative indice. So moving my decimal place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and filling in any empty spaces with a 0. So my number in ordinary form is going to be 0.000000328. So again, with the negative indice, when I write it in ordinary form, the number is going to be a lot smaller. And my last example, 1.2843 times 10 to the power of 7. So start off by writing my number, 1.2843. And this time I want to move my decimal place 7 places to the right because my index is a positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Filling in any empty spaces with a 0. So my new number is going to be 12,843,000. So with a positive index, I've made my number a lot bigger by converting it into ordinary form. So there are some examples of how we convert from scientific notation to ordinary number form.